Yeah.
to look forward in the future possibilities and opportunities.
That's right. So my understanding of vision is, which is absolutely true, but vision is a compass. It gives you the direction, but not the destination. So for example, if I as an individual, my vision is to build great products with excellent quality while taking good care of my people, right? I can never announce that I'm here. I can never announce that I've arrived. I can never announce that the vision is achieved. Vision is a perpetual force. Goals are time-bound, attainable, but vision is it is a statement of greatness. So my company has the vision that we want to become world's largest commerce network. Now if the number of transactions on our platform becomes double in next 10 years, we still will not be able to announce that we are world's largest. It's a perpetual, it's a perpetual force. There is no leadership without vision, because at the heart of influencing others is to be able to really, paint a clear picture of where we are going, why we are going where we are going, and what are we going to do next about it. This is kind of super critical. The important part of being able to envision yourself, a lot of people don't. Vision is such a fluffy thing. It's easy to talk about vision. It's very hard to actually envision yourself. But at the minimum level, I think what we need is a maker's instinct. If I'm given something, how can I maximize it? The growth mindset that Victoria just talked about. We need to be driven by a desire to build and grow things, and really improve upon where we are and for the future. So vision defines the why, goals define what, and it could be variable, and methods define how, and again that could be variable. The one thing that doesn't change is vision, because it is that driving force that will allow you to adapt and do everything that you want to do. The third important thing is that you need to embrace an abundance mindset. Abundance mindset looks at least one opportunity amidst 1,000 problems. The world of business, the world of work is, it's very messy. There are issues and chaos and unpredictability. But to be able to see at least one opportunity amongst 1,000 problems is what abundance mindset is all about. It's a prerequisite for innovation. And one of the concepts that I really love, and I was just thinking about it. What did Steve Jobs do? He combined, the power of a phone with the power of computing. He looked at an intersection to create a leadership opportunity. What did Celebrity do when he thought about this viral collapse? He wanted a deterrent and he wanted to solve a problem. Now these are two. If you basically plot a Venn diagram, right? It is a two discrete things. But when you put it together, there is a small intersection where he operates. Thought leadership, influence, and your ability to influence anybody happens at intersections. And this is true for organizations who are trying to diversify their products and services, but this is equally true for individuals who are trying to figure out their niche. What do I stand for? And the answer to that question is, what is the inventory of skills that I have? What are the inventory of skills that I'm building? What are the inventory of skills that I'm good at? And what are the things that I need to do for the future? And create that sort of opportunity map where you look at the intersections and you have your niche already. Basically, one of the other important things is listening to the future, because most of the time we are so bogged down by the current priorities, we don't listen to what's coming. We don't think about the future. And the idea is not to worry about the future, but the idea is to know what's coming. And to scan the horizon, analyze the trends, have some sort of strategic foresight. And this is especially true for organizations because like I mentioned, Nokia couldn't see what was coming. And ability to see through contradictions and messes, and the focus on the future they want to basically create. One of the other things is, the fourth important point is we need to build ecosystems for human engagement. There's no leadership without influence, and leadership is ultimately for just two things: getting the stuff done and developing people. This is again, what does a leader do? Somebody asks me, I say these two things: get things done, and develop people. If you want to, and the fact is that we're moving out of industrial age. And we are into knowledge and creative era where, the discretionary effort of human being is so important. I don't want my team members to do things because I'm telling them to do things. I want them to do things because they think it's the right thing to do and because they are inspired from within to do it. How would they walk that extra mile, that extra step over? Not by coercion, not by force, but by creating a system where engagement is more likely to happen. So people say that, let's motivate this guy, and I tell them that we cannot motivate the other. We can create an ecosystem where motivation is more likely to happen. Because all the external motivation, rewards, recognitions are short-lived. The fact is that, rewards and people don't work for necessarily for money. It's the starting point of your engagement with people, but beyond that, if you want to sustain a relationship, it's all about creating a system of engagement. How do you create a system of engagement? I think, it starts from a leader's character and organization's values, vision and mission, that ultimately builds the culture. We need to have ability to build trust through integrity and through results. Leaders have to be teachers, they have to be mentoring and coaching others. What people look for when I'm doing my work, what do I look for? I'm writing a piece of code all the time. What does it mean in the larger scheme of things? What is my contribution in the larger scheme of things? So people look for meaning in their work. And one of the essential qualities of the leader is to clarify constantly and relentlessly the meaning of work that people do. They will basically get, they will not be very clear after a point if they do the same things again and again. And it helps to clarify the larger picture, the context in which they are operating and why they are doing what they are doing and how is it important. How is it helping the organization and the team and themselves in building a better future. Then, these are the things, leaders have to be graceful under fire, they have to lead through influence and all those things. One of the things, the fifth lesson that or the observation that I have done is that we need to be able to anticipate and create change. If you know what's coming and you don't do anything about it, you have to change before the change changes you. And there are two things that I would like to mention here. One is the change, which is, change is, what is the difference between change and transformation? And we heard about transformation also, and we heard about change. What is the difference between change and transformation? Yes? I know it's lunchtime. Okay. What's the difference between change and transformation?
Change is more incremental. Transformation is much more than the incremental.
Yes. So in change, the structure of the old remains. Only the parts of that structure changes. But in
Transformation is when you are changing, when you are going from one particular system to another system. That is transformation. Change is when you have reached that particular stage, the new system.
So you're saying that transformation is the process of change. But I personally believe that, if you, for example, have a structure and you keep changing that structure, you're still having that structure in place. Transformation is where none of the old actually remains. So if you look at a butterfly, a beautiful butterfly, you will never imagine that this butterfly actually was a ugly lava once upon a time. So nothing of the old remains when you are transforming. And I think one of the important leadership competencies for the future would be to be able to lead a transformation where it is a shift not just in the processes and methods, but also in the mindset and belief of how we lead and deliver the results. It is so important that we anticipate and create change. We prioritize what's important and do something about it. The sixth one, and I think this is also something that Mr. Vijay talked about, is being self-aware. Being self-aware means what is it that I stand for? I think we all start our leadership journeys by this question of what do we stand for? And then the next question is how can I bring this set of belief, values and skills to make a difference to the outer world? Leadership is never outside in. If I'm given a title of lead developer, doesn't mean that I'm a leader. But if I'm leading from within, which is if I'm driven by my own internal compass, I think then leadership is more likely to happen. Which means that we need to be aware about our preferences, our ways of working, our possible blind spots, and knowing how to bring that personal vision, values, and strength to make a significant difference to the organization, the team, the organization, the industry. The seventh important lesson is that we need to be agile learners. Learning agility from a future perspective is super duper important. I cannot emphasize more on this because if we don't learn constantly, the day we announce that we are an expert, we are not. Expertise And the lifelong learning, expertise comes from lifelong learning, and it is a journey, it's never a destination. So, constant self-directed learning. How many of you are on Twitter?